Hi, this is Pat with Racket Stringing Tips, and today I wanted to talk about the best racket machine under $1,000. The best stringing machine that you can get for around $1,000. And so again, this is my opinion, and I'm also basing it on what is currently available and that is purchasable new. I'm not looking at buying a used machine because there's different deals out there for that. I'm just saying if I had $1,000 to spend today on a racket stringing machine, these are the options that I saw that are the viable options today. There could be other ones coming up. And there are some comparable ones in these price ranges that I'm going to show you. But basically, I pulled one from each category to somewhat, and I'll kind of go over that. But again, this is my opinion, and these are machines that I've found, and so I'll talk a little bit about that. So first off would be the tabletop drop weight machines. So this Gamma progression 2 is around $600, and there are similar ones from Alpha and Turna. A few other companies as well have something similar. So basically, what you're getting is it's kind of a deluxe drop weight machine. So you have the weighting system, and if you've seen my video on where I talked about the different technologies and different stringing machines and all that, then you have a good understanding of that. I'll just kind of reference it a little bit here, but so you have a turntable, which is the 6-point mounting, and you have the fixed clamp on bars like that, which is great. And they lock down here, and then you have to lock the actual clamp, and it has 6 places where it mounts, and it looks like a decent turntable. And then of course you tension it with the drop weight system. So of course that is my least favorite of all of them. There are some features here: quick action swivel base clamps, universal string clamps. Um, and sometimes with some of these machines, you can actually upgrade them to a computerized, like the Weiss machine that attaches. It's an electronic machine that attaches to the base where the drop weight mechanism is. You can attach it there, and then you can turn this machine actually into an electronic machine. A few of these are available. I'm not sure if this one, if it specifically mounts to this machine, but I know it is possible to add an electronic unit to a machine like this. So you can always start out with this for $500, $600, $700, and then later upgrade, and then that way you have an electronic machine. The big thing is on this is you have a turntable that's 6-point mounting and so forth. I mean, this does take a little bit extra effort because if you notice here, I can't really see it, but I believe that there are two knobs that you have to adjust, and they're kind of small, so that might be an issue. But so that is what you're going to get as far as a tabletop drop weight machine in about the $600 to $800 range. Then we move up to the crank um, 6-point mounting stand up machine on a machine on a base, and I've owned an Alpha machine. I had something similar to this probably 20 years ago, so nothing's really too much has changed here. They probably upgraded a little bit with the turntable and stuff, but these lockout machines, they're strong, they're consistent. You don't need electricity, so if your power went out, you're not going to have failing electronics, all that. And for $1,000, you can get this machine brand new. There's only a few reviews. This was, I think, on Tennis Express, and so um, looks like they were 5-star reviews. But again, you have 6-point mounting, you have the same clamps. It looks fairly similar to the base on the other machine that I just showed you on the drop weight. So this one's going to run you at that $1,000. So of course, out of those two choices, if I had $1,000 to spend, I would be probably buying this machine for sure. Number one, it's a stand up with the base. You can take it off. I don't know. You're not really going to be able to put it on anything else because of the way that the setup is. So you're going to have to leave it on this stand unless you created some other way of putting it down, because usually part of the stand is part on the frame of the top part. So, and then you have a place here that's a tray for all of your tools that can go down there. So I think this is a good option for $1,000. The third option, as far as for electronics, would be this electronic tension head. So you see the tension head here is the only part you get. You do not get this Turna stringing machine with the 6-point mounting turntable. That is separate. So that's going to run you, like I was saying, that's about a $700 item, and then you would buy this for $1,200 and then add that in. So for $2,000, that's this machine that you're sitting there that you're seeing. But that is an option too, because that looks like a pretty decent looking setup like that. And then for a couple thousand, you have a nice stringing machine. Again, so you can, if you have this type of a machine already, you could check to see if this fits on your machine. It might, even if it's not a Turna, but so then you could have it. You could spend your $1,000 or $1,200 on that in upgrading your machine. So those are kind of the three options that I see. And of course, there's a few other brands that are comparable, and they fit into these three categories as well. So you have the tabletop drop weight; it's around $600-700. Then you have the stand-up lockout machine with a turntable. That one's going to run you around 1,000. And then, of course, if you already have a machine, then you can upgrade to the electronic tension head. So really, that's what I'm seeing for around $1,000. You're not going to find lots of features. You're not going to find basically more than what I showed you here. Again, when you're in that price range, do you want to buy new or used? If it's electronic, I would definitely be buying new. I would not even touch anything for around $1,000 with electronics that's used, because there's too much chances of something going wrong. And if they don't make the machine anymore and it's hard to get parts, hard to get it repaired, it might end up being more of a headache than it's worth. So I would look at these options. If you have any questions or you've seen other deals, please leave that in the comments. And I hope this video gave you some information on what you can expect for around $1,000 or less. So have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.